Hi there. In this short video, I like to show you how you can make more impact with your marketing. My name is Erwin de Wert and I'm into business-to-business marketing since 1995. And the one thing that I noticed during this time is that a lot of marketing is not really impact-based. Instead, it's really activity-based, and probably you recognize this. It's more about, the activities like organizing events or doing an emailing or maybe organizing a webinar, whatever it is. But these are all activities, and most people are already happy when these activities are completed, right? And that's a big thing. However, what about the impact from all these activities? And that's exactly what needs to happen if you want a very good return on your marketing spend. So the model that I use for that is what you see here on the screen. So basically, a business consists of these steps, right? It is simplified, but it's more or less the same process. So because you have a market, and what you like is that the people that are good for your business, that they are, let's say, aware of what you're doing, so getting attention. After you have their attention, you like to generate leads, right? Many companies, business to business, it's extremely important to have good qualified leads. But a lead by itself is also not the thing that you're finally looking for, because you like also a conversion into a client. So the lead should convert into a sales or client. It can be an existing client or it can be a new client, right? And then last but not least, you want to keep them as long as possible, because the profit is really in the back end. How longer you have clients, the more profit you make. So the lifetime value is a very important thing. So when I now say marketing and impact, what it means basically that we would like to make an impact on all these different stages of this total life cycle or client life cycle. And that means we want that our brand awareness has more impact, or more impact on more and better leads, right? And also more and better sales. And in the end, also more loyal customers. And all these things you can do basically at the same time. So how does that work? Let's have a look at that. Basically, there are three phases to come to really an impact model. And the first is you need to understand what to do in terms of strategy. So we talk about diagnostics and strategy, and to come with a plan, roadmap. So I will explain a little bit about this after this. Then the second thing is, if we know what to do and how to do it, we actually want to build the system and go to market. And for this, we need all kinds of tools and setup and things like that, right? And then thirdly, lastly, we need to run let's say, the impact marketing system, and to make actually the impact. So we need to operate the thing. So these are the three phases that you need to really come to a huge impact from your marketing activities. The first stage is the strategy stage. And the first step in this stage, it consists of 3 steps in this strategy phase. And the first one is actually simple, it's just saying what you want. So set the target of the thing that you are looking for, and then also the time frame in which you would like to achieve that result. And then, of course, if you know where you're going, then we can really focus on giving you that result. And for instance, that can be how many leads you want, how many new clients, how much conversion you expect, or like your brand awareness. It can be all of these things or a combination of these things, but you need to be very clear in setting your expectations of what the outcome should be from all these marketing activities. And honestly, I do not see these kind of, let's say, targets or objectives a lot. right? So that's the first thing to start with. Then the next step in this phase is to understand what's going on. So that means we look for all kind of things that you already did and that you have, and that can help to make that result. So we call this the raw materials. So do you have a database? What about your audiences? And did you do promotions in the past? And if you didn't, then it's also fine. But if you did, and some of that worked, or you did an email campaign that worked, that can really help to bring you quickly and more quickly to your result. So it's all about getting the numbers and understanding the numbers. So every company, they have a lot of information about the number of clients, the kind of clients, what they buy and what they don't buy, and all these kind of things. So there's really an, let's say, diagnostics analysis phase. And that will end then with, let's say, a statement about what kind of impact we see that is possible to make, and also an impact scoring. So that means, in other words, if you do impact activities, what you can win from this. So what is the win from all these impact activities? You will have a very clear picture of this. Then in this step also, we will focus on not doing all the things at the same time, because that's confusing, and that's also what, well, let's say, scares a lot of people. There's too many activities, so you want to focus on the one thing that at this moment bring you the quickest result to your target that we've set. So what is the one thing at the moment? If we did this one thing, then we can switch to the next one thing. And this is how it works, one by one, small steps that bring you to your result. So it's very important. Then step 3 in this phase is to set up the one-step action plan, like I just explained. And this really makes the difference, because you need a very clear understanding and steps for coming to your target. And the more clear these steps are, the more easy it is to just do them and come to the desired result. So in this phase then, we have the strategy, and we have the action plan, the one-step action plan. So then you can move on to the next stage. And that means from now on, you don't have, a lot of things that you don't know what to do. It's just based on the data, on the facts and the mathematics, right? So now we come to the next phase, and that's building actually the impact marketing system for you to make the impact. And for this we use software. So it's fully automation software, an automation platform that can implement all these different steps. Well, that's a huge thing, because if you have all these activities like sending emails, making landing pages with forms, maybe you use a survey, and so on and so forth. You want to set up funnels. Well, there are a lot of moving parts by implementing all these things. So in this case, all these different elements are already prepared for you. So they're already set up, and they're just simple to implement. So you can just choose these different elements, type of funnel that is for your business, or follow up. That's another thing, to organize the follow up in an easy way. It's all in there. It's all prepared for you already. So that makes it easy to build all these things and not to worry about all the technical things, because most people don't like all the technical stuff. So let's avoid a lot of these technical details for you. And then finally we can make impact. So we can start making impact by running the impact marketing system in the way we've set it up. So you see here on the screen, maybe you see the small dots moving. That means there is traffic from sources like social media, or maybe your blog, or maybe from Google searches, and they all come to you, so that we start building your brand, and then step by step guide these different contacts through the different steps, like we've seen in the beginning of the total life cycle, the journeys. And we manage all this. So there are also, maybe you notice, there are numbers in this screen. So that's a real life example. And by the numbers, we can see exactly what works and what doesn't work. So here we can see what are the tangible results for every step. And do we, let's say, hit our targets in terms of conversions, the number of leads, the sales that we make, and so on and so forth. So this is really a thing that is going on all the time. So you need to monitor that. And this is what we do in the third phase to help you optimizing this whole process by mentoring and training. Well, if you think this could be something that help you to move from activity-based activity marketing activities towards impact-based marketing activities, then I recommend you to do the following. So on this page, you will see a form. So just fill out the form and schedule your impact chat with us. And then during this chat, what we will do, we will first discuss with you what kind of impact are you looking for. What is it that you really want to achieve? Well, that's a logic first step, that we know where we're going. And then secondly, then on the call, we will identify areas for improvement tailored to your unique business needs, to the goals that we've set in the previous step. And of course, we share all these results with you. So you will receive a scoring overview of the things that you are looking for. And finally, it will also give you an indication of the win that you can have by implementing this impact marketing activities and methodology. So if you think that can help your business and to drive you forward, then book this impact transformation chat. It's free, and then we will help you by getting started to make the transformation from activities to impact. I see you there.